Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we will discuss what are the features we have with the Snowflake and why the Snowflake is special. We'll discuss one by one. So these are the features. These are the features of the Snowflake, like great performance and scalability, zero management, convenient pricing, virtual compute warehouse, recover Snowflake objects using undrop, object cloning, semi-structured data, continuous data production, secure data sharing, Snowpipe, etc. We'll discuss one by one. So what is why we have a great performance? What is the meaning of scalability and all? We'll see one by one. Okay.
Yes.
See, the very first one is great performance and scalability. What is the meaning of this great performance and scalability? Why do we have a great performance? We'll see one by one. Okay, very first thing is Snowflake separates compute from storage, allowing it to scale up or scale down automatically based on workload. Snowflake separate the compute and then storage. That is nothing but Snowflake. There is no dependency between the storage space and the compute resource. Virtual warehouse. Compute resource means what? Which is kind of hardware resource and which is required to perform the any activity in the Snowflake. Without virtual warehouse or compute resource, we can't do anything in the Snowflake. So as there is no dependency between the storage device or storage space and the compute resource, allowing it to scale up or scale down automatically based on the workload. Virtual warehouse, compute resource, what it will do, see, thousand users are connecting to the Snowflake and they are working to the, and they are submitting their own tasks to the Snowflake. That is nothing but few users are trying to load the data, few users are trying to read the data from the Snowflake, other users are processing the data. So in that scenario, based on the number of concurrent users and based on the tasks which are in pipeline, for that the required resources, compute resources, will be automatically provided by the Snowflake. It won't see. Suppose let's consider 1,000 users connected to the Snowflake. For that, how much hardware resources, compute resources are required? Automatically, the Snowflake will be provided to all those requests. So that is what the meaning of scale up or scale down, automatically based on the workload. If the number of workloads are there, if the number of less workloads are there, based on that, compute resources will be allocated. If the number of workloads are high, based on that, the compute resources will be provided automatically. So for that, we will see the very good performance improvement in the each and every activity in the Snowflake. High concurrency, multiple users and process can run simultaneously without performance drops. That's what. In the Snowflake, so multiple users can process anything. Multiple users at a time, number of users can connect to the Snowflake account. Okay, and Snowflake account, and they can submit their request, and then it will process automatically without having any performance issues because of the scale up or scale down automatically of the your compute resource. What is the meaning of scale up or scale down means? Based on the workload or based on the requests which are submitted by the users, the number of requests are available in the pipeline or queue. Automatically, the compute resources will be provided to those requests and then complete all those requests on time. So that is the meaning of scale up or scale down. If 1,000 requests are there in the queue, then it will give the sufficient compute resource. If 10 resources are there, it will give the required compute resources. That's why scale up and scale down. Okay. And multiple users can process simultaneously without any performance drop. That's what. How many number of concurrent users are connected to the your Snowflake account, and how many processes are submitting to the your Snowflake account? That is doesn't matter. Based on the request and then based on the users, automatically the Snowflake will allocate the required compute resources and then complete all those requests within time, so that it will not create any performance issues. Okay. Query optimization and caching improve speed. Okay. Query optimization and then caching. Caching means it will utilize the caching means what? If you already executed any SQL, and if you read the data for that SQL, for the next time, instead of bring the data from the storage space, it will use the cache. Cache means what? It is a temporary memory. Temporary memory where the recently executed queries results will be available. Okay, for the next time when you execute the same query, instead of bringing the data from the storage space, it will bring the data from the cache memory. So what is the advantage of to bring the results from the cache memory means? It will save execution of your SQL code, and it will save the time to bring the data from the storage location. Instead of going the data, instead of going into the storage space and bringing the data, it is directly read the data from the cache memory. It will save lot of time and then give the very good performance improvement while reading the data. So this is about great performance and scalability. Scalability means scale up and then scale down automatically, which is virtual warehouse. Great performance means all these points, whatever we have discussed. Especially scalability means your compute resources will be scale up and scale down automatically based on the workload. So this is the great performance and scalability. What is zero management? Yesterday we have discussed. In the this one. Yesterday we have discussed zero management. What is that zero management? Snowflake is a fully managed service. So user don't need to worry about infrastructure, tuning, backup, and maintenance. So yesterday we discussed that there is no hardware to install, configure, or manage the servers. There is virtually no software to install, configure, or manage. Ongoing maintenance, management, upgrades, and tuning are handled by the Snowflake. Okay. Same. Snowflake is fully managed service. User don't need to worry about the infrastructure, which is hardware resources. Performance tuning will be automatically taken by Snowflake. Backup and then maintenance. You no need to take care any of your Snowflake account. Instead of that, automatically Snowflake will take care. Tasks like software update, scaling, or failover are handled by automatically. Everything. There is no manual intervention is not. There is no manual intervention is required. Automatically Snowflake will take care. You no need to worry about to maintain your hardware resources, your software installation or software upgradation, or performance optimization, so that we call it as a zero management. Guys, clear? Following or not following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, convenient pricing. Pay per use model. Pay per use model. You are billed only for the storage and then compute you use. No upfront hardware or software costs. Pause and resume virtual warehouse to control the compute cost. See, what is the meaning of this convenient price is convenient pricing means whatever you are using, for that only you are paying the money to the Snowflake company. Just like electricity bill, how you are using electricity bill at your home. If you use for the month some 20 units, then you are going to pay for that only. You are not going to pay extra money. So like that, Snowflake is also pay per use model. You are billed only for the usage of storage and compute resources. So how much storage location your project has occupied or utilized, and how much compute resources are utilized. Virtual warehouse. Sub C. Yesterday I mentioned that virtual warehouse is the one of the object in the Snowflake, and it will be having a different sizes: medium, small, large, extra large, double XL, like that. So for that, if you use that virtual warehouse for the particular second or particular minute or particular hour, it will generate the number of units. How the units are generated at your home for the electricity board, like that in virtual warehouse also, it will generate the number of units per hour. So, and storage location for 1 TB. So we will discuss all this pricing and all, how much cost for the storage location, how much cost for the compute resources or virtual warehouse. So for that, you are going to pay to the Snowflake company for whatever you have utilized. You are not going to pay extra money to the Snowflake. If you are using, suppose let's consider, so you are connecting from morning 9 a.m. to afternoon 12 p.m. So within that, so how many units are generated? So for that only you are going to pay. You are not going to pay unless, see, in the on-prem servers, whether you are working or not, always it should be up and run. Or else your database will not work. Right? Yes or no, guys? In on-prem servers, whether you are connected to the server or not, but it should be up and run. Then only anyone can work with the data warehouse. So always it should be 365 days. It should be up and run in the on-prem servers. So for that there is a challenge. Unnecessarily, whether the project is using or not, unnecessarily resources are utilized by that server, and then the waste of resources. So here in the Snowflake, if you are really using your Snowflake account, for that only you are going to pay. You are not going to pay for the entire month, entire day, entire week, like that. Okay. No upfront hardware and software costs. No other like hardware maintenance and then software costs are involved in the Snowflake. Okay. Pause and resume virtual warehouses to control the compute cost. Suppose, see, you are working for the particular project, and in between, if you are not working, you can stop that virtual warehouse also. Whenever you stop that virtual warehouse, then it will stop to generate the billing on your account. Whenever you are using the virtual warehouse, then only the billing or pricing will be happened. If you are not using, then automatically the billing will not be happen on your Snowflake account. That's why which is a convenient pricing. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Next, virtual compute warehouse. Virtual compute warehouse means I already mentioned, which is a compute resource. Which is a compute resource. That is nothing but a kind of hardware resource to the your Snowflake account, and which is very much essential or required to complete all your workloads or all your requests. Without this virtual warehouse, you can't execute any activities, any SQL code in the Snowflake account. Okay.
Yes.
So, compute resources in Snowflake are organized into virtual warehouses. Each virtual warehouse is independent and can scale independently, enables parallel processing, which improves performance. I will tell you. See, suppose the beauty of this virtual compute warehouse is, suppose let's consider you have a multiple projects, or multiple team in your company, and multiple teams or multiple projects are using same Snowflake account. Okay, but the beauty of this Snowflake is, as the multiple projects are using the same Snowflake account, if you are sharing this virtual compute warehouse, if you are sharing this virtual compute warehouse, or if multiple teams are using same virtual compute warehouse, if multiple teams or multiple projects are using same virtual compute warehouse, then we will get the performance issue. Yes or no, guys? If thousand users are connecting to the Snowflake account and using the same virtual compute warehouse or hardware resource or compute resources, we will see the performance issue or not.
Yes.
Due to that, they have provided the option. Snowflake has provided the option to create the multiple virtual warehouses within Snowflake account. I will show you all these things. Don't worry. Snowflake has provided the option to create the multiple virtual warehouses and assign each virtual warehouse to each project. Suppose your project may having a 10 developers, my project may having a 5 developers, other project may having a 2 developers. Based on their requirement, based on their utilization, based on their activities, they will create their own virtual warehouse with their own different virtual warehouse size. So for doing this, there is no dependency between the one project virtual warehouse to other project virtual warehouse. By doing this, virtual warehouse will become a independent, and you can see the very good performance improve. What is the meaning of this independent virtual warehouse means? For each and every project, you are providing a separate hardware resources. There is no dependency between the one project virtual warehouse to other project virtual warehouse. So that is what this is a independent virtual warehouse. By doing this, as there is no dependency between the one project to other project, you are utilizing or you are using or you are connecting to your own virtual compute warehouse, you will see the very good performance improvement, and also you can do the parallel processing, which improves the performance, because other projects are using same Snowflake account but different virtual compute warehouse. My project is also using same Snowflake account but different virtual compute warehouse. By doing this, you can able to see the very good performance improvement. And one project, as I mentioned, as one project has different requirement, based on that you can create virtual compute warehouse with the different size. Other project is also can create the different size, and there is no dependency between the one project to other project. There is no dependency between the one project to other project. By overall doing this, you can able to see the very good performance improvement, and also you can work parallelly with all the projects and all the activities. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is virtual compute warehouse. Recover Snowflake using object, Snowflake object using unwrap. Now tell me guys, suppose if automatically, if the table is dropped from your database, what you will do usually in your database? If the table is dropped, unfortunately, without knowing.
So, sir, flashback command, sir.
Okay. What is that?
So, if you use a flashback command, so table will be recovered.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just undrop it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. By using this undrop statement in the Snowflake, if the table is dropped, if the schema is dropped, if the database is dropped, so immediately you can restore. Immediately you can restore the deleted object from the Snowflake account by using the undrop statement. You no need to do any database backup. You no need to check database backup and all. You just by using undrop statement you can restore. By using undrop statement you can restore. You can restore the dropped or deleted object by using the undrop command. Reduce the risk of data loss due to the human error. So that's what. As you have an undrop statement, you no need to worry of your data loss, because immediately you can undrop the objects and those objects will be restored into the Snowflake account. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Object cloning. See here, object cloning means, suppose you have a one database, production database example, and for development and for UAT, you need to create the backup of that database. What you will do, guys? Tell me. You are getting or not getting?
Can you repeat, sir?
Suppose you have a one database, that is production database, right?
Yes.
Production database. But you need to make the copy of the database and provide that copy of the database to the development environment and then UAT environment. What you will do usually? See, in your project, in your project you will be having a development and UAT environment, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So from where you will get the data for that dev and UAT environment?
Yes.
So from where you will get that data? So you will the database administrator status data DBS will bring the data from the production environment and then restore into the your lower environments, dev environments and then UAT environment, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The dev environment and UAT environment data will not come automatically. The DBS will restore, take the backup of your production copy and then restore into the lower environment, so that you can work in the dev environment and UAT you can work in the UAT environment. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So here, suppose if you want to copy the any one database in the Snowflake, you no need to take backup and you no need to restore any databases. So they have simplified the process. They have simplified the process by using the cloning. By using the cloning. Okay, by using the cloning. Easily you can easily you can able to copy the database and then restore into the new database. Restore into the new database by using the just zero copy cloning concept. The next step is suppose you have a one database like some sales DB, and you have cloned or you have copied that database into the dev environment, sales DB underscore dev. This sales DB underscore dev is the copy of the sales DB, which is a production copy. Now, sales DB has the 5 GB, and you copied that sales DB into the sales DB underscore dev. What it will do in the Snowflake, instead of again occupying the original 5 GB space, it will create the duplicate copy of the original database, and the storage location, the separate 5 GB, the underscore dev database, the separate 5 GB location will not be occupied. It will internally mark to the original database only. When you read the data from the sales DB dev, always it is pointing to the original database, and then it will bring the data from the original database. Because suppose let's consider in the real-time scenarios, if you have one database in the Snowflake, it will be having some 5 TB. If you create that if you create that copy of the database into the dev database, then again if it is going to take the 5 TB, then there will be cost. There will be cost issues. You need to pay for that extra 5 TB of space. Instead of that, what Snowflake has simplified, just it is cloning the database, and that new database is again pointing to the original database only. Whenever you query a data from the new database or cloning database, as it has pointed to the original database, it is going to bring the data from original database. By doing this, what is the advantage is you are saving a cost. You are saving a storage space in the Snowflake account. By doing this, then you are saving your cost. The next point is, whenever you have started to modify or insert the data into the new or clone database, so from that time onwards, it is going to start take the storage space for that new data or for the changes. If you don't make any changes to your new database, then always it is going to mark or point with the original database, and it is not going to take the extra space for that new database. And whenever you started to do some modifications to the new database or adding a new data into the new database, then it is going to start take the new storage space. So for that only you are going to pay. So that is the meaning of this zero copy cloning. Clear or not clear?
Yes,
Guys.
sir.
Clear? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Semi-structured data, guys. Meantime, you ping me your you ping me your email IDs. You ping me your email IDs in the chat box, so that I will start to share these materials. Okay, your email IDs. You just ping here your email IDs, and I will share this material. I will start to share the materials whatever we are discussing. Next, semi-structured data. This Snowflake will support the semi-structured data processing, and then data load also. Example XML like JSON, Paraquet, etc. That's it. Okay. How you are going to load your structured data? So like that also you can also process your semi-structured data also, which is JSON or XML or Paraquet. Then as part of our session, we are going to work with the JSON files. So what is this continuous data production? Time traveling. See, this is the beauty again. What is the meaning of this? Suppose let's consider, guys, you are working with the one requirement, and then you are working on the few tables. Okay, as part of your development, you need to execute some delete statement on table, but while performing a delete, you miss some condition, and then extra data is deleted from the table. You're supposed to delete 10 records. As you have missed some condition, then 100 records are deleted. Now your data loss. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So usually in this scenario, what you will do if the data is deleted from the table? If the data is deleted from the table, usually what you will do?
Is Oracle or SQL Server?
Wherever it is. Usually, if the data is deleted from the table, again you will go back to the backup files and then you will bring the data to your table. There is no other options. So here in the Snowflake, you no need to do all those things. They have introduced time travel concept. You just by executing your SQL queries, you can go back to the suppose you deleted the data yesterday and then you go back 24 hours back and then check the data and then bring that original data and restore into the table. So that is a beauty of time travel. So that you can do up to 90 days. It will support the 90 days. Suppose you deleted the data from the table and you realize that you have data loss and then you need that data, original data. So for that you can go back to the time. You can go back to the time that by using this time travel concept and SQL, you can go back and then bring that original data and then restore into the table by using this time travel concept. That is the beauty. Simple. By using your SQL statement, you can go back and then bring the data. So that is the meaning of time travel. That is the meaning of time travel. Yes or no, guys? Clear or not clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Next, data sharing. Data sharing means what? Suppose you have a account 1, Snowflake account 1. In Snowflake account 2, you have another account, Snowflake account 2. Due to your development part, you need to access some tables from the account 1 into the account 2. You have a customer table in account 1. You need to access that customer 1 table into the account 2, which is not available in the account 2. Instead of creating that account 2 and then loading the data into the account 2, you can create the data sharing between the two accounts and then read the data from one account to another account. Getting or not getting?
Yes.
See, enables seamless real-time data sharing between the Snowflake users without copying the data. And shared data is live and does not involve the data movement. Making it secure and efficient. You no need to copy data from one account to another account. You just create this data sharing concept and then access the data from one account to another account. Snowflake, Snowpipe. Snowpipe is a Snowflake continuous data ingestion service. Ingestion service automatically loads the data from the files as soon as they are available in states like S3 or Azure Blob. Supports the real-time data loading. That's what. You have a Amazon, you have a AWS S3, you have a AWS S3. Whenever the ADF S3 bucket, whenever you upload the file, automatically that file data will be loaded into the Snowflake tables by using this Snowflake Snowpipe concept. So that is Snowflake's continuous data ingestion service, continuous ingestion data service. Automatically loads data from files as soon as they are so automatically data ingestion will be performing into the Snowflake tables. by using SNOWFLAKE. Whenever the files are placed into the S3 bucket, the data will be loaded automatically into the SNOWFLAKE table by using SNOWFLAKE. Yeah. So these are the some great features, guys. If you have can you provide your emails? Who
Yes,
has
sir.
provided? Dev Moore, and then what about Kumar and what about Mansoor?
Yeah, I have a question, sir. The data that is loaded into S3 is not structured data, right? And Snowflake it stores only structured data, right? So when you mention about Snowpipe, like taking data from S3 into Snowflake, so does it mean that it is taking unprocessed data from S3 into Snowflake, or how is it going? How is that happening?
Yeah, from the Snowpipe is one of the object in the Snowflake. Whenever the files are placed into the S3 bucket, you no need to do anything. You need to create a Snowpipe and then set up everything. Once you do the setup everything, automatically the data will be loaded from the file which is available in the S3 bucket into the Snowflake target table. Okay, is that your question, Kumar?
Yeah, but the question I'm asking is the data that is in S3 buckets, right? The data is just like kind of a raw data, unprocessed data. But my understanding is Snowflake only stores a processed data, like structured data, after all the transformation has been done. That is the reason why Snowflake is called a data warehouse. So when you say that we have a Snowpipe that moves data from S3 into Snowflake, so is it moving unprocessed data from S3 into Snowflakes? Because Snowflake doesn't store unprocessed data, right?
What do you mean the process data?
Okay, now let's say, for example, unprocessed means that maybe that data that comes in any format, right? Maybe video data is not processed, it's unstructured. So, but I believe that Snowflake only stores structured data.
No, Snowflake will support the structured and then semi-structured data. For that unstructured videos and all, I will check and then let you know, Kumar. So far we have worked with structured and then semi-structured. We have not tried with the like videos and all. Unstructured data with the Snowflake account. Okay, I will check and let you know, Kumar, for your question. Okay. Hello.
Got it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Chalo guys, if you are clear, then we will correct by tomorrow at same time. Okay. Done.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Chalo then. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye bye.
Yeah.